Hey guys, Wizard59 here and welcome back to the second update of Building Hogwarts in Lego. Now, as I said in the beginning, each update we're going to be getting a certain part of Hogwarts done, and this update focuses all on the Great Hall. So, let's go ahead and get started. Today is August 1st, so that's when we're going to start this update. The way these updates are going to work is I'll be, showing you progress of the build as I work on it, and then at the very end I'll also do a complete review. So these are going to be some pretty fun segments, and as I said, I'll show you portions as it's being built. I'll show you the building process, and let's go ahead and start off. As I said before, I was planning on getting more sets. Ended up picking up one of these right here. That's right, a second Hogwarts castle sealed. This one, of course, the box in much better condition. So now we have two Hogwarts castles, which is awesome. And what I plan to do now is take both and start building the Great Hall. Because you have the Great Hall right there. And I plan to now take two of them and combine them. So over here I have a photo of kind of the Great Hall. So it's a bit tough to see, but the way it works is I'll have to kind of show it to you on this. The Great Hall, the way that Great Hall works, it's quite tall. It has a total of 5 windows kind of stacked up on top of each other there. This set only has 3. So what that means is that if you look at the set, which has 3 windows, I'm going to be adding 2 more. So it's going to be quite a bit taller. It'll be, at least in that case, 4 bricks. I might even make it a little taller. See how it goes. But again, it's super exciting. Without further ado, let's go and get started and start building the Great Hall. Alright, so I've been working for about a good 10 hours actually, between today and yesterday, and this is what I have come up with. So here's a look at the Great Hall. Again, let's see if we have a minifig here. Here is a look at him next to a figure. So it's quite large. The original Hogwarts castle, at least the section with the windows. So this kind of window section here, that goes up to about right over here. Actually, not even that. It's basically up till here. So that's how tall the original Hogwarts castle's windows were. I've literally doubled it. The roof is about 6 studs longer than the original 8-stud roof. I really like this design, so I ended up keeping this throughout the build. I extended this a bit by a couple of bricks, so everything is just largened, and again, I think it looks terrific. Before, I had made it 2 studs wider, but it was too fat, didn't look that great. Now it looks terrific. So there's going to be a courtyard, so this is definitely a nice area for the courtyard. Before, it was probably up till here, so very skinny, but now it's a lot wider. I'm going to have a separate section. Again, I put Technic pins, so basically what's going to be happening is all this is going to be modular, so I can take it to conventions. So that's how it's going to be. You can see on the front here, I have not finished putting these on. I'm missing a few of those jumper plates. I have to detail the roof. It looks really bland and boring right now. Again, here's a look at the side, and then the best part is I was able to fit 4 tables side by side, which is amazing. So it's a very large build, and yes, I was actually able to fit 4 tables. Originally, I wasn't certain if I could do that. If you're wondering, the original set was actually up to here, so I've just extended it by 4 studs. So it might be like too little, you might think, but when you extend it by 6 studs, it just does not look that great. So this is a perfect kind of height. Even the castle itself, the set was a little kind of fat. I guess you could say a little too wide. But again, this looks terrific. So 4 tables. I couldn't put seats on both sides, and I had to just do the seats being 1 stud. So I basically took what they had in the set and made that longer. Got to fix those 2 tables in the back. Again, so it'll be able to fit 4 tables with the just a short leg people. You can't have anyone sitting, which is a shame. If you're wondering, there is a stud space between each table. So if you can kind of see there, uh, each table only has 1 row of seating on one side and the other side is blank. So that's kind of how it went, but I think it still looks awesome. So this is great. I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. It just looks really beautiful. So now I think what we're going to go ahead and do, get the interior done, get that exterior looking great. And here's actually a quick look at the other side. So I basically extended the window by about 2 studs and added some nice brick. I just absolutely love that. I guess it's called a nougat color. I just love that color. So I had highlights of that throughout the build, and I think it looks terrific. But yeah, so there's a look at that. Again, I'll go ahead and continue working. And I think now we'll just go straight to the final product because so much has been done. So I think from here we're going to go straight on to the final build. But anyways, yeah, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so I ended up doing some more work and I've pretty much completed the Great Hall. So a lot has changed since we last took a look at it. Quickly with the main kind of Great Hall, like the kind of hall section. Let's take a look at that first. Then I'll show you the brand new section, which is the entranceway. So in terms of the actual really Great Hall, the main thing I fixed was I added a bit more detailing on the roof, which again I think looks pretty good. I added I'm not sure if this top section here was there before. I ended up adding that as well. I think it was there, so I probably just changed the color from dark bluish gray to tan for that top stripe. And I mean, other than that, I didn't change too much. I'm still missing a couple of those those like 1x2 kind of jumpers that can be placed to put those kind of spires on. So that part's still missing. I'll have to see about that. Again, just added some random plant detailing. But again, I'm actually pretty happy with how it's turned out. So now it's looking a lot better. The roof is still in a little bit plain, I think. So I might see what to do, add a few more things. But for now, I think it looks really, really nice. I'm just so happy with how the Great Hall's turned out. I guess now the only thing maybe I'm a little bit like kind of on the border about is each of the windows has like those kind of slopes in it. Let's see if I can't find one at the moment. But basically you could see the windows have, what they do is there are 2 kind of those 1x2 inverted slopes that make the top. Now I was thinking, should I add those or should I add the 1x4 kind of arches? Again, I don't have a photo of that right now, but it's basically, here's my Wayne Manor. It's this piece right over here. Should I add that to the top of the window, or should I add, just keep these 1x2 slopes? So let me know. That's something I'm not sure about. Maybe when you see it in the couple updates onward, it's already changed and I switched it out. So that's really the only thing that I'm not really 100% sure in terms of liking on this final product, but everything else, it looks terrific. But now let's move on to the main building, the new section, and that is the Hogwarts kind of entrance. Now this was actually quite a pain to make. And actually, you know, it does come out, which is cool, as seen there. And again, it's a little flawed right now. It does break a bit, so I'll fix that in the near future. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. So again, quickly, let's take a look actually at the inside of the hall first. Nothing much has changed in that. Same thing, I just haven't finished. I ran out of some of the table pieces, so I can't finish the tables, and I'll add a little more detailing in the future. All the candles and things are up as well. So that's where we're going to stop with that section. That's pretty much complete for this update. Now we're going to go ahead, move that aside, and take a look at this building here. So this is kind of the entranceway. Now imagine it, again, it was facing this way. So this is kind of the entranceway, the front section here, as we'll zoom in here. So that's how it looks, and I'm actually really happy with it. I really like the window design. So move down here. So I love that window design there. Again, I like those arches and then those windows. And yeah, if you actually did see, the Hogwarts Great Hall is missing some windows. That's because I didn't have enough, so I ended up stealing some from over there and popping it in over here. So I've ordered more windows. Hopefully they'll come soon. Today is Friday, and the person still hasn't shipped it. I'm heading off to college next Wednesday. I hope it's there before then. But anyways, here's kind of a look at that. So now moving along to kind of the front section. This is kind of the main entrance. So it was really tough finding photos for it. But basically you kind of have this archway leading in, and it has a bit of a fancy design on the top. That was the best I could do. And then there's a behind it. There's kind of a open section, or on top of it, there's an open section through which you are supposed to see a clock. So that is not a clock piece, I know, but that was the closest thing I had, and I just put that there for now. It's going to change. I'm probably going to see if I can try and get the clock piece from either Big Ben or the 2004 Hogwarts set. Let's see. But that's kind of that. And then if you move on here to the side to get a better look. So here's kind of a look at that. So you enter through here, and then you get to the main doors, which open up. And those main doors would be connected to, the Great Hall. So that's kind of basically now when you enter these doors, you're basically entering the Great Hall. So that's that. This part I'm pretty happy with as well. May fix a couple things in the future, but for now, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So there's a look at the entranceway. Alright, so here's a look at the Great Hall all put back together, and overall, I'm really happy with it. Overall, the size of the set is almost double that of the playset Hogwarts Great Hall set. So that's amazing. Again, let's see if I can find a minifigure. So here's a minifigure right next to it. You could see it's very, very large. Please let me know down in the comments below. And now I know what you guys are waiting for. What's going to be the next segment? Well, so the Great Hall is complete. I'm not going to really work on it specifically too much more in any other segments. Next segment, we're actually going to go on to a separate building. And if you're wondering what that is, that's going to be this building right here. Now, before I show you this, basically this is the kind of UCS style Hogwarts Great Hall set. I'm basically taking this and building it in minifigure scale. So what we have here is basically this building here. So next, at first I was thinking to make the Gryffindor Tower, but I've decided not to, and instead build this building right here. So it's kind of building, and there's two towers on each side. Now the reason I want to build this is because I have a lot of pieces for that. And what I'm going to do for these two towers on each side is this. So you have this set. This is at least a portion of the Gryffindor Tower from the Hogwarts Great Hall set. This will be used as the tower. So as I lift this up here. So again, this building here with these two towers in this main section, not these two, just this one right here. That's going to be my next building. Each one of these two towers is going to be a modified version of the Gryffindor Tower. So that's going to give you a scale. So this is the size of that tower, which is going to be the Gryffindor Tower from the set. And then this is the actual Gryffindor Tower, which I'll be making on my own. So again, that's going to be the next one. When this update comes, again, I'm not sure. Hopefully the Brooklyn package comes in by this week. Or actually by next week, I should say. Before I go to college, such that I can pre-record the update and release it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. So not the Friday of next week, but the Friday after that. If it doesn't come by Wednesday, then my plans are basically ruined, and then you're going to have to wait till like another 3 weeks basically till the next update. So don't want to do that, but hopefully those parts do arrive. If they do not, I'll see what I can do. Maybe make a mini update in the middle. We'll see about that. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be great. And stay tuned for more updates coming very soon, as well as a few more videos coming here before I head off to college. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon. And I'll see you all next time.